Virtual Racing School was developed to provide support to the next generation of sim racers. No matter if you're a rookie or veteran or what car or track you'll be racing, our goal is to provide training every step of the way. We found that iRacing can be quite difficult without proper training. There needed to be a way to prepare for on-track racing. With VRS, you can literally learn from the best sim racers in the world, including four-time NASCAR iRacing World Champion Ray Alfala.
And Ray Alfala is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Peak-Antifreeze iRacing Series.
Three-time iRacing Grand Prix World Champion Martin Kroenke.
Martin Kroenke becomes a three-time world champion.
Rallycross World Champion Mitchell de Jong.
Mitchell de Jong is now champion for the iRacing Rallycross World Championship Series.
And many other top sim racers. Data packs include everything you need to start learning. Our World Championship coaches create the data packs by setting a hot lap or a series of fast laps for you to compare, analyze, and replicate. Data packs also include a tutorial where the coach points out techniques they use to hit the fast lap. This gives you access to the latest driving techniques and setups before you even hit the track. Sign up for a free account and download the VRS telemetry logger. With this application running seamlessly in the background, your laps automatically start syncing to the VRS website. From there, you can analyze and compare two laps of your choice, whether it's your data, the coaches, or your teammates. VRS will automatically target improvement opportunities so you can get up to speed even faster. VRS also makes it easy for you to request and schedule one-on-one or group coaching sessions. These sessions can range from 30 to 90 minutes, and you can select the car, track, and setup combination of your choice. Visit virtualracingschool.com today to sign up and get started.
Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to the iGPFun Formula 3 season finale presented by Virtual Racing School. I'm Austin. I'm joined by Marco Barbonera, and you're here live watching Apex Racing TV.
Yes, Austin, the microphones are open, and the season is about to end. From Silverstone, it's the final race of Season 3, and this means only one thing and one thing only. Summer is about to end, and we are bracing ourselves for the cold fall and winter months to come ahead. But we still have one more race today, of course. And if my calculations are correct, next week we will also have the Team World Cup from iGPFun, so the action never stops before, of course, in 2 weeks' time we are back for another season. So let's say that it is the final race of the season. Of course, it's important, but if you like this championship, the fun really never stops. And what better place to end the proceedings than Silverstone? Of course, we are in the quote-unquote new, which is not really new, layout that has been released by iRacing very recently, last year, if I'm not mistaken, the full Grand Prix layout. The crowd are ready, and so are we. And on top of the timing table in qualifying, unsurprisingly, this year's dominator of the overall standings, Thiago Marteau, his teammate Alex Fournier in second. Austin, I think this is going to be a great race. The final race of the season always has this last day of school kind of feel. The drivers are a little bit more, maybe suffer from less pressure. It's the last race of the season, so there is nothing you can leave on the table. You just go for it and hope for the best.
Yeah, indeed. And, you know, it's the last race of the season. You got to go, you know, last lap, all or nothing, all or nothing. Last race, all or nothing. But, you know, some people still have those goals of, I just want to finish the race. I just want to have an entire season where I finish each race. That is still a goal with some of these drivers, but some of them just want to have some fun and get ready. And, you know, we might not see all these drivers in the upcoming World Team Championships, which it's it's either of ours both favorite F3 championship we got going on by these guys. That World Cup is always so fun. Each country's get some of their best drivers out there, and they have some of the best liveries. We were talking about some of our favorites, the Germany livery, always fun with that Mercedes ripoff livery. The USA, I'm highly biased towards either East or West, however they defined it. And
yeah, I'm expecting a lot out of the Polish team should they participate, because they have some great names. They didn't have the best of seasons. But we are going a bit too far ahead of ourselves, especially because our schedule says that it's going to be the Team Cup, but that we had last week 13. So unless we are going for a repeat of that, our schedule, our own internal Apex Racing TV schedule has a little mistake. We will let you know in due course. Yes.
We'll find out.
Well, hopefully before next week.
Yes, hopefully before next week. And yeah, but qualifying is currently going on right now here at Silverstone. It's QT Marteau at the top of our time sheets with Alex Fournier sitting in second, with Lamley in third, followed by Hermer and Giacchino. Top five, just a little bit different order than what we usually have, but you know, there's a name at the top that really never changes, and that is QT Marteau. And that beautiful new car of his, currently in the pits, but his teammate Alex Fournier is right behind him, so we can look at that car. But yeah, currently following Max Giacchino, coming around probably one of my favorite corners in all of sim racing here at Silverstone. That flying right-hander at the top of the hill after that straight. You brake so little for that, you fly straight across there. You want to brake more going into there, but you know, in a high downforce car, you just, when you stick it, you really know that you stuck it.
Max Giacchino, of course, if memory serves me right, the last two races we had, really rotten luck for him, so he's looking for you know, an improvement of that. Now this track, as you can see, especially in the new part, very wide, therefore will give the drivers a little bit of respite. They will need that because especially with this kind of numbers, it tends to be a bit chaotic at the start of the race, of course. So they need all the space they can get. Victor Varris up into 5th position. Pips Giacchino for the top 5 spot. His teammate Tony Jimenez, there is, sitting in 7th. And let's see what we can expect from him, from Lennart Cherry, who really I was looking forward to a breakout season for him. He has been... he hasn't made progress. He is always there, fighting for the top 10, don't get me wrong. But he had some poor qualifying sessions recently. And of course, we also have a couple of drivers who are not setting any qualifying time so far. It's Robert Ridgway, there is on the track, and 2 more drivers who are sitting in the pits with no time. Hopefully they will be part of the race, because it's 2 names we are absolutely... oh dear. 2 names we are absolutely, you know, like, which are Pieniążek and Bartolotta, as Ron Korolak making its comeback in the series after a bit of an hiatus. His beautiful Canadian car still going around. In front of him it's Zachary Bison, but looking at the time, you know, the roundup below of the times, no one is improving. By the way, let's take a look at the weather. It's quite late.
21 degrees on track, 19 degrees in the air, 42% humidity with a dew point of 1011. And that humidity is really going to be,
there,
you know, messing with a few drivers who are used to a little bit more power in their engine.
Are you happy now?
If you're American, you can now realize that. But I took the weekend actually learning Celsius.
Perfect. We'll never use them again.
No, whenever we go into America, we'll still use them. Because
I saw that for the GT World Challenge America series, you know, the SR organized the GT3 championships, GT4, etc. They use the metric system in the on-screen graphics. How dare they?
Yeah, that's probably my biggest thing. But remember, it's also the SRO. They don't allow people to watch their races because, well, over there they still, you know, don't allow that at places, and you know, it's, you know, they still follow those rules. So I would really like to watch some GT America Challenge stuff at well, actually no, they did have one race of fans. That was at Nashville.
That was but that was GT America. That was the amateurs. It's a parallel championship, but that's another story. Because we have your final starting grid of the season. Austin, it is all yours.
Yeah, if enough of us getting confused, we know one thing for sure. QT Marteau is up there on pole, followed by Alex Fournier joining them on the front row. The two teammates, followed by Jerome Lamley and Samuel Hermer, Victor Barris, Max Giacchino, Tony Jimenez in 7th, followed by Gavin Petty, Andy Flint, Dak Konecko, and Johan Bergson in 11th, followed by Leonardo O'Cherry in 12th, with Dave Martin, Daryl Governor, Chuck Morrow, Sonny Rosario, Clark Williams, Luciano Lorenzo, Robert Maturana, and Zachary Beeson in 20th, followed by Philip Lucas, Richard Veen, Andrea Bacchetti, and Alex Hopkins in 24th, followed by Ron Korolak, Reed Dennis, Massimiliano De Laurentiis, Zoltan Zomunder, Patrick Rollins, James Cockram, and Martin Devine, with Kuchi Aito in 32nd, followed by Russell Kirkwood, Max Bartolotta, Robert Ridgway, and Premzal Pionznek. Our back three have not set a qualifying lap, but our back four are not actually on the grid yet. But speaking of our back drivers, Russell Kirkwood is starting sideways.
Yes. Yes, there is. As you can
if we
appreciate.
get on board, if you look to the right, you just barely, depending on your FOV, you can just barely catch the flag stand right there. So if he's in VR, he can just tilt his head just a little bit.
But his wheel is already pointing in the right direction. No signs of life from Bartolotta, Ridgway, and Pieniążek. Here comes Ridgway. So we are just waiting on Cockram, Bartolotta, and Pieniążek, unless they are either not starting the race, not in the server, or starting from the pits. 5 seconds, and then the proceedings will be underway for the final round of the championship.
Yeah, we all know that flying right-hander can lead to some action at the start of the race. And we're going to find out who's got it in the bag for one last time. 5 red lights, and away we go for the season finale of the iGPFun Formula 3 Series. And Marteau gets a great start, and Fournier and Lamley are immediately side by side as they go through Abbey. Almost wheel touch right there. Lamley sneaking his way up onto the inside and up into second place.
Great start by the rookie Lammy as he gets up into second in front of the other rookie, of course. Samuel Hermer sitting tightly in 4th, and Victor Varris is in 5th. Everything seems to be pretty much spot on. There we go. Yes. So Pieniążek and Bartolotta
has hardware issue actually.
Oh.
Yeah, was informed by our good friends in chat. But up front, no issues whatsoever. Marteau, Lamley, Fournier, Hermer, and Barris are top 5. As everybody, oh no, and I've just cursed that right there. Coming out of Woodcott, I believe we have a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, Ridgewood, Martorana, so Kirkwood, Ridgway, and Martorana as they keep on fighting. And I always want to say that's the first lap in the books, but no. I'm so old, I still don't get that they moved the start-finish line from where it was when I was younger.
Hey, you and me both. I'm still used to the old layout as well.
Oh,
Petty's wide. Petty's around, coming out of Magus Baggins. He's reversing off the track and not wanting any of that smoke right there. He's just going to stay there.
Oh, the front wing is, I think, of the pasta.
Yeah, that car is messed up, so very smart by him to stay out of the way and let everybody else pass before heading into the pits. So you're right on board looking back.
Sorry, Austin, to cut you off there. Did he hit the wall or did he hit another car?
He hit the wall. That's a snap oversteer right there. Oh, he got into the grass.
Ouch!
That was a massive hit. Yeah, I didn't see any other
problem.
car involved.
Slow down for Lamy.
Must cut the corner.
From second to sixth, you paid the slowdowns dearly, and in the meantime, I can tell you that Samuel Hermer is glued to the rear end of Alex Fournier. Here we go for second place.
A little shake and bake action, getting up into the draft, looking up onto the inside, heading into Brooklyn's Hermer, sends it down to the inside of Alex Fournier. Samuel Hermer and Fournier trying to go to the outside right there, but Hermer shut the door on them right there. You can see Fournier actually taking that outside line a little bit wider mid-quarter, trying to get a little bit better run, but he's too far back to make a move. But look how much speed he is making up right there. But we shouldn't see any side-by-side happening in here and have any early on wrecks at Silverstone, which are never controversial in any way.
By the way, now that we have the time, let me say a big thanks to the guys both organizing and racing in this championship. They do, after every race, they do a watch party in their Discord. And I tell you what, I don't do a lot of commentary as of late, so this race is really the highlight of my week because I love doing commentary. And it's always a pleasure. So thank you, and thank you for dealing with me for 12 weeks every season. You guys are very brave.
Yeah, it's
thank you
also
for
a highlight
thank you for
also a highlight of my week too as well, because I get to do commentary with you.
Yeah, thank you for you guys at iGPFun for not asking Lee to sack me and get someone else.
And thank you for dealing with my mispronunciations of all your names.
I see the Metallica cars.
I think I can get Chuck Morrow's name every time.
Thank you. Yes. Oh man, I didn't know about this. Oh man, I can't read what's below that, but thank you. Oh god.
Commentators at once.
I kid you not, I didn't know about that. I just saw that there was a livery update, so I said, you know, let's see if they were the culprits of the livery update, and they were.
I think that's smaller text.
Slow down there for a car, or no, maybe it's an attempt from the South African driver of Daryl Govender, and he makes the pass as we hear some Coca-Cola opening from Austin.
Nope, not.
Oh, sorry, no, that was a grenade that he was ready to launch at the Metallica car.
No. I accept it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Here comes Cherry on Birgersson. And Leonard makes it stick up into 10th position. But I don't think that Johan is happy with that. He's going for it on the outside. No way through.
That's some great defending right there from our Cherry. Got into that top 10 spot. A little bit of misfortune happened for others, but hey, Leonardo, we were talking about how they're always battling for that top 10. They're in that spot, and what a way it would be to end out the season for Leonardo and Cherry, finishing in the top 10, finishing out strong, and then getting themselves ready for Season 4. And speaking of Season 4, I can tell you this, there's going to be another FIA Grade 1 track that I think all these drivers are going to like. Hockenheim Ring is coming, and
Hockenheim.
Oh boy, it's going to be...
Hockenheim Austin.
Agaro Ring is coming. Hockenheim Ring's been here. This is why I'm second best.
Well, at least you don't call it Hockeyheim anymore.
Also why I'm second best.
Side by side between Martin and Govender. Govender's been a busy lad in this lap.
Govender's way outside. Govender's going to have the speed though. He took that wider line. He's going to have the speed. He's got the draft as well. They're still going to be side by side. Governor's actually falling. He's let him by. Governor's lifting off and letting the inside line have that. as they continue on to somebody back there just disrespecting the track limits and their mother by going so far wide.
Yeah, let's say that
Morrow?
turn 1
No,
it's not turn 1.
It's the old turn 1.
Ultima track limit there is a very, let's say, especially in a league context, sorry, where you don't have to deal with safety rating, it's more of an interpretation than anything else.
You're given the track limits as they are interpreted to you.
Exactly.
Just like IndyCar Coda. Yeah, I could diss IndyCar. It is my series. Oh, speaking of IndyCar, we're allowed to drop this, right?
Not yet. By the way, the little text there on the rear wing just says max, 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 super max, max, super max, super max, etc. I opened delivery on Photoshop to look at it.
Wow, okay. That's amazing. He did great today.
No spoilers.
I said he did great. I'm not spoiling anything. Just like he did in Spa.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we saw that last goal that way. Oh!
Still Govender, this time with Dave Martin.
Yeah, Martin's on the inside, but Governor on the outside. He's got an entire car length right there. He's staying to the outside, though, because I think he's just barely beside him. And they slot back in with each other, but here comes Daryl Governor up onto the inside, heading into Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel. Hold on to your seats. Daryl Govender, risky business happening right there. Makes the move, heading into Maggots and Beckett's, but now here comes Martin off the exit down the straight. Martin's onto the outside, side by side they go, and Sonny Rosario's back there enjoying this fight as they go side by side at the end of the straight. Oh, they're dancing and having a good tangle right now.
Let's go on board with the Canadian, as he has the best seat in the house. Oh, dear.
Sonny Rosario is trying to figure out who he wants to be behind, but they are so close in pace that they're just staying side by side through all these corners, almost for an entire lap. Half that lap they were side by side, but Governor gets onto the inside of Dave Martin and takes the lead of this fight briefly as Sonny Rosario gets caught up in the fight, goes a little bit too wide in the braking zone.
So this is why I cut briefly to Marteau earlier, because he lapped 53.1, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. Or maybe got a slowdown.
Oh, there's your mistake. We saw that take out Gavin Petty earlier.
And there's battles everywhere you look. Max Giacchino defending from Jerome Lamius in the comeback trail, of course, after he was second, then he got a slowdown, and then of course there is the big fight for second.
Yeah, but that's Fournier and Hermer. Hermer and Fournier, their fights get a little bit crazy later on in the race, but we know Alex, he likes to be a little bit more methodical with the way he takes his approaches. You know, it's a long race, 25 laps, but they always go by so fast around here because we're just having so much fun in the commentary booth.
Nice Johnny Walker banner there. It cracks me up so much at iRacing. You have not only alcohol sponsorship in some tracks, but also tobacco sponsorship in some racetracks. Looking at you, Okayama.
Oh, that is tight right there. Side by side between Brachetti and Philip Lucas off the exit of that corner. Speaking of side by side, we got side by side between Max Giacchino and Lamley. Lamley up into the inside. Max going wide. Lamley, now he cut the inside of that corner right there. Got the apex, but here comes Max. He really set himself up for a big run coming down this straight, but he's not going to be there heading into Brooklands. Look at the overspeed max! Stay on track!
You know, to quote Bob Uecker, the legendary baseball broadcaster, just a bit outside. Oh no, Rosario!
Oh, no. Sorry, no.
Was there contact with, I think that was Chuck? Netcode, there we go.
Oh, so unfortunate.
The bane of our existence. And Sonny Rosario is again off. So probably suspension broken by that collision.
Indeed.
Or
Yeah, that
maybe.
suspension is... No. Don't think it's...
Oh.
We got it. Oh, that's some damage. That's De Laurentiis going off right there. Front wing damage, front right wing damage.
I was wondering why didn't he pit there, did Rosario. Then I realized, of course, it's the old pit lane. So, apologies. So Marteau is back on his normal times after the issue earlier, but his teammate, Alex Fournier, is under big pressure from Victor Varys, and he might even go for a move here in the arena section. He's lining it up. You can see the wood-colored car, you know, wood with moss on it, car of Samuel Lermer in front of them.
We still have not got a name for that. Marble wood.
It reminds me a bit of the Honda Earth livery from 2007.
It does, but
even more. But instead of being Earth as in the planet, it's Earth as in the, you know, the actual, you know, the terrain, or, you know, forest more than Earth. Fun fact, my name was on the Jenson Button car that season.
I think you've referenced that every year, every season.
Of course, my name was in an F1 car. Are you kidding me?
This is true. I share a name with an F1 track.
Oh, come on. No, the thing I really bothers me is that I missed like I think the next year they did a special livery for Silverstone for Red Bull with the you donated money
photos.
With the photos, and I didn't do that. That's I
Yeah,
said, well,
that-
I'll do
that
it.
one.
I will do it next season. Then they never did it again. So
I know F1 now, you can pay money, have your name on the checkered flag that they wave, and they will cut out your square of the checkered flag and send it to you in a frame.
Chuck Mauro slow, getting passed by Dave Martin around the outside.
Oh, Martin, that is close off the exit. And Chuck, is he going to look for a switch back? No, Chuck's going to stay back there. And Dave Martin, beautiful move. Beautiful around the outside. Got a little bit crazy off the exit, but that is a good move. Also, having a good race right now is Koneko. First race we're seeing by the Japanese driver, sitting in 7th.
Yes, absolutely. He's been under the radar a bit, with so much action. So, no, Chuck Mauro is around. Oof.
I don't believe there was contact right there. Just looked like a little bit of an over-rotation. Trying to stay on the inside line, that tighter line, just unbalanced the car right there. And the track's heating up, so much harder than what we had earlier. So his setup might not be what he wanted to. Actually, no, call me a complete liar. It's cooled down.
We know we are in Northern Europe, therefore the sun will go down very late. Judging by what my friends living in London told me earlier, the sunset was at around 8 p.m. local, so we are not going to get Spa 2.0, but Chuck Mauro looks very feisty.
Right on the gearbox. Right on the gearbox of Ron Korlak, the Canadian, who is up in 17th now. Heading into Maggots, Beckett to Chapel, and Chuck just knows those corners so well. Again, so much time on Ron and onto that long hanger straight. More tracks need to be made out of airfields.
Giacchino getting past. Victor Barris and also Jerome Lamy. So Victor Barris has made a mistake. Or a slowdown.
Victor, that's
a mistake.
Oh, curb strike.
Lucky to continue his race.
Escape with that. That's a heavy curb to hit. We saw that happen in a different series here on Apex Racing TV.
3.5, I remember.
3.5 series, and I think we had the lead change just go absolutely bonkers right there. Oh, the Radicals also had it happen this season as well, where they just kept striking that curb and everybody was being affected by it, and it just happened a massive, that curb's just a massive pain in people's butts.
Yes, especially because when you hit it, it's bad, but if you hit it the wrong way, you lose. Basically, you become a passenger. The car goes wherever it wants to go, and
he was airborne. He was airborne right there. And if you're on a direct drive and you hit that, I pray for your wrist and whatever mount you have that mounted to. If you're on a desk, I pray for everything on that desk.
I mean, I don't have a direct drive, and still every time I hit a curb, I have basically a homemade motion rig.
Yeah. Things are powerful. Run on board Chuck Morrow in the draft of Ron Perlak. Philip Lucas up the road is going slow. I think he was starting to slow down the Hangar Straight. Was overtaken by Lorenzo up there.
Trouble.
And Sherry and Ginecko spun around on the. Was this another curb strike?
He was all alone, no?
Chicane, all alone. Inside. Oh, he rode onto the curb right there. Over rotated the car. So there are two different curbs here. You got the black and white pattern curves, which, you know, produce a little bit of traction. Then you got the sausage, will kill you curves. You don't want to hit either of them, honestly.
Oh, Philip Lucas with a mistake.
Lucas got into the gravel, slow off the exit, and that's Lorenzo easily making up spots. And actually, Kaneko getting a spot back. And there's a car stopped on the exit right there, but they were a lap down.
That was Divine, yeah, making people go through. In the meantime, this fight for second place getting incredibly spicy. The time delta shows that the gap has been there or thereabouts all race long, but it seems like Fournier has the pace to stay in the draft and maybe force Ermer into making a mistake. Of course, we know Samuel very experienced with these cars, so not easy to put him in a bad situation as he goes wide, of course, as soon as I say that. But, you know, the positive thing about this place for him is that even if you go wide like that, it's tarmac runoff, so you don't lose a lot of time. You need to be careful here, for example. Don't want to go into that curb we talked about earlier. So far, so good. 50.776 for Marteau. Is the only driver in the 50s on the racetrack right now. And his teammate almost getting a very, very close meeting. Well, more than close. Very close to meet the rear end of Samuel Ermer's car. And that car being made of wood, of course. Not very resistant, apparently.
It's not a lot resistant. I think it's Italian wood, honestly. They break apart easily. Such a wide entry right there. Max Fournier had a little look out to the inside. He's taking that wider exit, looking for a good run heading into Cop's corner. Cops right now still in the draft, and he's going really wide. Don't want to go too wide out there. You're also going to have to serve a slowdown, and which we've seen a few drivers serve already on the Hangar Straight. But you can see as they fly through Baggett's, Beckett's, and Chapel, neither of them making any sort of mistake right there. Herbert going a bit wide off the exit, but keeping everything in ship shape. as they have go from the left side of the track all the way to the right, from the right side all the way to the left, as Lamley is just actually following them and not really following their draft. He's just sitting back there and enjoying this fight. Just like we are, as the sun's starting to set here at Silverstone.
Oh yes, 50.704 for Marteau, and of course, seems like Jerome Lamy is also closing in on Fournier in the fight for second. Let's see the time delta comparison.
Oh yeah, he is closing in. He's within a second of Fournier.
We had an issue for Kirkwood.
Oh no, Russell. Oh, ooh, got it right there. Got a little bit loose heading into Brooklyn's, and then, oh no, get into the gravel. Caught it, and oh, bad catch into the wall. And that's a damaged front wing. Might be suspension damage as well.
He towed back to the pits, therefore
probably
not going to look, not looking good for him. Ooh, Hopkins with a mistake. Here comes Bison. Can he profit from this mistake?
Oh, Bison's got a lot of money into this one. He's looking onto the inside after Hopkins really defended on, sitting in the middle of the track. So he's like, you go wherever you want to go. I'm going to go exactly opposite of you. Goes onto the inside. Easy move for Zachary Bison, top 20.
Kaneko also on the comeback trail. He just
he's in a battle right here.
A fight with Lucas, who's actually trying to go past him. So
I saw Lucas make a little mistake and Kaneko get by him in the arena in this corner. Actually, Lucas went a little bit wide, and Kaneko easily got that position back. Kaneko was earlier running in 7th. And here's a replay of that.
Yeah, this is the move Austin was talking about. Oh, he went lawn mowing there. But this is not over. Hello.
Yeah, here we go. Hello. How you doing? How's it kids? Down the inside goes Philip Lucas, side by side into the final corner. Just flirting with disaster of curves of each side. Taneko on the exit trying to get the switchback, but Lucas now on the outside. Lucas got the lead by a car length, and Kaneko is going to stay behind them, use that draft to their advantage, and wait on for another round of this great fight as we're closing in on 10 laps to go here at Silverstone for the iGPFun Formula 3 season finale here on Apex Racing TV. And oh, it's happened again! Lucas went wide.
Here we go, good run for Kaneko here. He could go on the outside. This is very aggressive. Oh dear, the grass there for the Japanese driver. Still side by side, careful for the turtle curbs. Philip Lucas survives behind them. Bit of a scrap. Oh no! Hopkins and Ridgway.
Hopkins went to the inside right there, but the car that he was behind braked earlier, and he basically checked up right there and spun his car under braking, and oh, that is not what you want to see in a giant pack like that.
And yeah, it's getting quite crowded behind Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas defending like he was a knight in a gladiator arena, just being very aggressive under attack right here. It's like once he got the inside, he basically forced him all the way to the outside, saying, hey, oh, no, feeds off.
That was a weird line through that section, and they all survive somehow.
I think Richard Van Veen might have got offset just a little bit earlier, and he's going to be serving that a slowdown penalty right there. Back to this crazy fight. Oh, Taneko gets turned. The number 3 of Andrea Becchetti was looking up onto the inside right there, and Taneko was taking the regular line, and well, Becchetti had his nose on the inside of Taneko. Just unfortunately hooked his rear wheel on the front wheel of Becchetti's.
Here comes Lamy for 3rd place out of nowhere. Well,
where did Jerome come from?
It was brewing, but out of nowhere for the cameras. Of course, we need to keep the viewers, on their toes. And And Jerome Lamy, after that big penalty seconds for the slowdown on the second lap, almost back to where he started. And next
he is
target,
back where he started.
No, he was second.
He
yeah,
jumped up
sorry.
in a second off the start.
But yeah, you are absolutely right. You know, English is a difficult language, especially when you get older. I meant.
But at the end of the first lap, he was in second.
Yes, I mean, you know what yeah. Okay,
yes.
let's change page. Let's talk about Victor Barry's beautiful rims on his car.
Yeah, beautiful rims, just absolutely beautiful. He's trying to get back into the top 5 right here, as he's staying behind Max Giacchino. And both of these two drivers, well, they're in each other's spots. We go by qualifying. Max wants to finish at the top 5, break that tough luck streak. And Victor Barris just really wants a good, solid finish to his season. 150.6 by Marteau, who is, no surprise, leading everybody by 6.5 seconds. And it looks like Richard Van Veen might have had an incident as he's fallen down the order of our timing screen. So let's get our magical replays onto there. Thank you, Marco. Maggots, Beckett's. Are we going to be seeing the same line right there?
He almost pulled a Sergio Perez.
Oh, man. Technically, he did pull a Sergio Perez, but, you know, that's a third driver we see go off right there. As looks like Lamley really cut that corner really much. Went across the curves on the apex. Might be serving a slowdown right here.
We have a pit stop for Kaneko.
Yeah, it might have got suspension damage from that little contact right there.
Yes. With Brachetti, by the way, that seems to be okay, his car, despite trying to, you know, have a romantic encounter with the Kaneko's car there at the chicane.
It was just a misunderstanding of track position, but yeah, it was a pretty aggressive hit. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of damage on the right side of that car, but it was just tire-on-tire contact, which, you know, can lead to some interesting things as, whoa, Brachetti goes wide through Copse, and Ron Carlock's got a great run. And I believe it is the World Cup now. That's going to come up. We got to fight for second. Hermer locked up the brakes. Lamley into second place.
And here comes Fournier. So there was, you're right, a mistake from Hermer, because he was like 3/4 of a second ahead of Lamley.
He was sliding through the final chicane. He might have hit a curb, but, you know, when we switched over there, I saw his brakes locking up. So, you know, sometimes when you slide, you lock up the brakes, catch control of the car. A little bit of brake smoke up there as well. They're coming up the lap traffic. Hermer and Lamy and Fournier, three-way fight for second place.
Yes, this is getting very exciting.
Oh, pull out the snake weave right there, trying to break the draft. Lamley getting all the way out into the grass, kicking some of that up, going way across the curbs. And you want to be a little bit careful over there, not upset the car while turning, but he's definitely found out a way how to do it, and you know, he's using all the track and then some right there. This is in the ARL Truck Series, so he does have to obey track limits, but he is using everything given to him.
Going to run the season finale, if I'm not mistaken, on Friday of that, from Long Beach.
And if you're not a fan of the ARL Truck Series, Super Truck Series, I must add, you're definitely missing out. And if you want to hear a American run out of air while talking and just like constantly sounding like he has asthma, yeah, it's also good too. It's crazy.
Yeah, we have an American with no voice, an Irishman with no last name. Great commentary team for that championship. Great excitement. And the drone cam.
And trucks with no track limits.
I'm a bit worried about the drone cam for Long Beach because of all the buildings. It might be a very expensive proposition.
Yeah, you're gonna have to really mess with the drone. Pay that drone pilot a lot of money right there. That is Samuel Hermer is looking to make some big money moves on Lamley. And Hermer's been seeming like he is much faster in the first sector than Lamley. But Lamley has got a lot of speed in the second sector. Hermer all up in that draft. Here's where Lamley really excels, heading into Brooklyn. See, they both cut across the curb this time. Hermer's on point with this, and so he goes for that wide line, trying to set up a little bit of wheel spin right there. And Lamley is going to start to pull away before that draft takes effect. They're pulling away from Alex Fournier. We saw this happen last round as well. Alex Fournier's late race pace really drops off. And the same can be said for Marteau as well. It seems like their cars really do well at the start of the race, and then at the end of the race, like their tires start going off or something much sooner than everybody else's. And it's always about 7 laps to go, does it seem?
Bit of weaving there from Lamy as he tries to break the draft, puts 2 wheels on the grass, not ideal. He survives the corner.
He's just cooling the tires down.
As the sun is about to disappear behind the grandstand here in the final corner, 50.596.
Take everything I said about them slowing down, they're speeding up.
Lamy 50.8, that's his personal best. Hermer 50.9, that's his personal best.
Fournier 51.1, so they are really struggling. Giacchino also putting down the same time, and that's the fight for 4th happening right behind them. 20 degrees still on track right here. Looks like there's a little bit of a tailwind going on down one of these straights.
He's a guy that was very busy in the opening portion of the race, that's Daryl Govender. He was busy also with Joar Birgersson, and now they are once again enjoying a nice scrap for P11. As a reminder, if you are waiting for XSLR after this, because I know you want to stay up until 3:30 in the morning European time, 2 weeks break for that lovely championship. We are coming back in 2 weeks with the next gen NASCAR Cup cars, which I think will make their debut on Apex Racing TV, so don't miss that. So for the next 2 Sundays...
Oh no,
oh dear.
Governor spins against
no.
T-Bone!
By Luciano, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, Chuck Mauro!
Chuck Mauro escaped
Days of
that
Thunder
as well.
style.
Big incident right there. Just lost it coming out of Woodcott. And the Brooklands complex spun it around, and right into them goes Luciano. And let's ride on board of him right there, because this is a great fight happening in front of him, but too much mustard off the exit, just nowhere to go. And that wing, well, the weird part about that wing falling off, it was post-contact. It's just like it just had enough, just fell off after a thread.
No, screw you guys. I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Classic Italian rear wing doesn't want to even finish the season.
Front wing.
The Italian front wing says, you know what, can't be bothered to finish the season.
I'll see you in season 4 at whenever we return to Monza.
Here comes Luciano.
Yeah, going into the pits and going to probably shout at somebody.
This is one of the few tracks where Sam Fitzpatrick's pit lane camera actually works.
Thanks, Sam. Can't blame Sam right there.
Oh, he's taking tires. No.
Oh no!
That's a disaster for him.
He's quickly unchecked him, but he does have 1 new tire on that car, so he's going to be struggling for a little bit. We take a look at our leader, who's got almost a 10-second lead. Just put down a new fastest lap, so that one's not going to be valid. Just went across the grass off the exit right there.
As you can see, dancing the dancing Great House of Doom for the final time this season. A bit of a clean track moment for Marteau. He can really push now and get that fastest lap of the race. I I don't know if his teammate will be pitted to get the fastest lap of the race.
Reed Dennis just had an issue in Woodcott.
Let's
If
go
you're
there.
looking at their dancing dots of doom, we saw Dot go really red. This is a loss of position too. Oh, he rode that curb, went around right there, big lockup, middle of the track. That is scary. This is what brought out the red dot, went across the grass.
In the meantime, Flint just passed Tony Jimenez after Tony Jimenez passed Flint a few seconds earlier. So let's appreciate once again. No, because they're trying to pass each other once again. Go back live. Great work by our production.
Yeah, they really have the best fingers in the business right there. And, ooh, Tony Jimenez looking for that switchback route, setting onto the outside line instead of to the inside as Andy Flint was defending onto the inside. And, ooh, Flint, a little bit wide right there. Avoided the curve, avoided the gravel, actually. But I think that's going to allow Tony Jimenez to get right back on that gearbox right now. Lap car on the inside. Here comes Tony off the exit. Looking for that move onto the inside. They're both going a little bit wide, staying off the very apex of that corner and looking to give the right amount of, corner speed and exit speed as well. Because the wider you go in that corner, the more speed you're going to gain off that. And that's Philip Lucas around.
Mistake for the Austrian driver, who's having such a nice race. Drops 3 spots with his mistake.
Does he ride the curb? Yes, he does.
Very slow speed spin, but momentum carries him out of the way, so at least he had that.
Yeah, you're riding the curb on the apex, and you know that just really upsets the car right there. Back onto Andy Flint and Marco's favorite camera.
Oh, we lost someone. Oh, it's Magic with Italian connection. He's back. Oh, tight line for Tony Jimenez. That was...
Tony is getting frisky right here. Tony pedaled to the metal in that draft as they head through Abbey. And let's see if Flint goes to that defensive line. Yes, they do. Here comes Tony around the outside, trying to set up a move, heading into the straight. And Flint defends that well, sends it deep into that corner, closes the doors. The American really defending hard from the Spaniard.
Look at that sunset there on the left side of your screen.
Hope you got shades on in there.
Straight in the eyes. Oh no, the grandstand is a bit helpful there. Even though Tony goes a bit wide.
Get lower and lower. These cars are really sitting low right now. So, you know, some visors have solar stuff built into them. I know the real colored visors do, and I know a lot of these drivers like having colored visors or tinted visors that they have on their helmets. And I gotta say, a colored visor is probably my favorite thing in the world in helmet design.
Or you can just drive with sunglasses on your rig.
Yeah, I can't really do that.
Dr. Disrespect style. I tried to play once. I tried to play once with the first-person shooter with sunglasses. I'm terrible normally, but with the sunglasses it was like... I mean...
It's a coolness factor. It has to be.
Yes.
Yeah, and also I tried sim racing with my old helmet on. That didn't work the way you thought it would work.
You know, I just had the coolest and then worst idea in the world at the same time. I said one should make a virtual reality visor inside a helmet, and then I realized in the summer you are probably going to cook.
Yes, you will be sweating, even though that'll be the best. Oh no, Daryl Governor's off the track.
Zomotor also had a problem. I don't know if these two are related, and De Laurentiis had a problem as well. So it's all happening. Let's go bit by bit.
Behind them. Hit the curb on the entry. It's gone wide. Too much mustard.
Let's see what happened to Zoltan. Well, such a quiet race.
I haven't talked about the German driver right here. Oh, he's just rode the apex of that corner and rode it onto the curb, spun it around, got pointed in the right direction, getting back on track, staying onto the inside, making sure nobody else, make sure nobody cuts him off. This is Massimiliano De Laurentiis. Everything is happening in these final laps.
Yeah, and he towed back to the pits. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Ouch. That was James Cochran, I think.
It was James is in the pits right now, but yeah, it was James Cochran, and you know, James got a little bit loose off the exit.
Sorry, need to go live because VRS and Ermer.
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Contact! Barris! Got
Almost
into
the same
the
crash.
side. Almost, yeah, almost exactly the same crash, and almost another Formula 3 car lifted off. We still got 2 laps left of this race, and Barris is going really slow.
Yeah, saving the best for last.
Continue to race on. Looking at Victor Barris' car, can't see any damage on it, but that really is not the end that he really wanted to. He can't catch up to it. Actually, as I'm looking at that car, no, he does not have floor damage, and I'm not going to do another one of those eagle eye spots like I did last round where I spotted floor damage at like the most minute detail. Which, when I showed to my friends, they didn't even know that floor damage was a thing in Formula 3. Which, it just shows on how realistic iRacing is. Just, you know, hard side-by-side contact, go over a curb too much, that will bend up the floor right there. And, you know, iRacing also, I believe in the endurance races, will now fix everything aerodynamics now, just basically to a clean reset card. So damages will be taking a lot more time to repair in the pits. But here in the iGPFun series, you have fast repairs. So I believe you get 1 fast repair. So we won't be noticing that, but in the official Apex Racing Academy F3 Championship, or the iRacing official F3 Championship, if you get damaged, well, everything will be fixed. It's just you're going to be spending a lot more time in there.
Austin, there is nothing worse than either doing an endurance race or commentating on an endurance race, and after a few hours you see every car with a bent rear wing. It's so bad.
Oh, it's annoying. I was doing the VRS GT Endurance Champion, not GT Endurance, just the Endurance Championship. They were doing the 24 Hours of Daytona, not the iRacing official event, but the VRS event. You know, that 5-race endurance series that they were hosting during the summer. They went to places like Circuit of the Americas, Daytona, Spa, and a French track that had a 24-hour race on it. That was such a fun event. But yeah, there was a lot of cars with a lot of lasting damage, floor damage on some of the cars that couldn't get repaired, wing damage on some of the cars, and I'm so glad in Season 4 that they're actually addressing that issue. Look at that! Last lap fights through Cops, Giacchino, and Hermer, with Victor Barris at the end of that. Battle for P4 is still alive and well right now.
Just few corners left for our race leader, Austin. What a fantastic season for QT Marteau, and now he is all yours entering the final chicane.
Coming, gonna take this season home. QT Marteau been dominant from the start of the season to the end. The round 12 goes once again to QT Marteau. New fastest lap as our battle for P4 heading up onto the inside. Giacchino is sending one all the way from Mars. Look down to the inside. Very unfortunately couldn't get there. Hermer had a lot of speed entering that corner. Hermer's going to come home in 4th, followed by Giacchino in 5th and Victor Barris. And we got a good fight right here. This is Andy Flint and Andy goes around. Big slide in the Royal Chicane.
Let's see if someone is coming behind him.
But he's still moving. He's good.
Yeah, but we need to look at the, you know, always keep the camera on his rear wing, because someone might be coming.
Yeah, that would be Martin as they cross the line right there. Brichetti finishes ahead of Lucas. This is Alex Hopkins in the final chicane, defending from Williams. Hopped up a little curve, but finishing very tightly right there is Dolphus Zomer in 22nd. He's in the fight with Reed Dennis. Easy stuff by them.
You know,
But
we didn't show him many times. Yeah, Austin. I mean,
all eyes are on Marto.
congratulations from his teammate there. Expecting some. The ones as we have a very weird illumination right now on the cars.
Yeah.
It seems like as someone said brilliantly a few years ago, I read that this is the time of the day on iRacing where there's been a nuclear blast 1 kilometer away. I cannot disagree.
They switched their visors.
Yeah.
Hey, do we got the visor cam that we love going to?
Of course.
Look at those beautiful, beautiful concentrated eyes right there. Those are the eyes of a man who's just been dominant from start and the end. It doesn't even show emotion, this guy.
And now, for the final time this season, we are going to go through the final results for race number 12. And there we go. Should be on your screen right now. There is
chaos.
The leader has lost the front wing.
Hey, it's the end of the season. Wreck 'em all.
It's a bit of a, you know, celebration / demo derby, of course, being the last race of the season. Yeah, it's not going to plan. I'm seeing.
Here we go.
Look at that. Man, if Sam Fitzpatrick was in the booth with us, his computer would have self-imploded at this point.
Oh, I feel like some people are already struggling with it. Big chaos on the back straight. And, hey, smoke him if you got him.
QT Marteau wins again, and I will think that in all probability brings home the overall title. In front of him there is Jerome Lamy, Alex Fournier, Samuel Ermer, Max Giacchino, Victor Barris, Leonard Cherry, Antonio Teyes, and so Tony Jimenez and Andy Flint. Then we have Dave Martin. We have Johan Birgersson, Chuck Mauro, Andrea Bracchetti, Philip Lucas, Ron Korolak, Zachary Bison, Robert Ridgway, Alex Hopkins. 19th was Clark Williams and 20th was Sonny Rosario. 21st South African Daryl Govender in front of Zoltan Zomotor. Reed Dennis, Richard Van Veen, Koji Ito in P25. 26th was Gavin Petty, 27th was Patrick Rowlands and 28th was Roberto Martorana. 29th Russell Kirkwood and 30th James Cochran. 31st Massimo De Laurentiis in front of Luciano Lorenzo. Takkaneko, of course, he had a very good start of his rookie race, then things fell apart in the second half, but a great debut. Hopefully we see more of him next season. Martin Devine in 34th, and didn't start, unfortunately, two big names in the series in this final round, Max Bartolotta and Przemysław Pieniążek. So, as I was saying, we will have the Week 13 special event, which I think at this moment is the World Cup, but we will keep you posted on that. Keep following us on our social media and wherever you like, and apexracingtv.com. In the meantime, Austin, of course, we are entering into Week 13, so a little bit of a lighter schedule for us, but not really that light of a schedule, because of course sim racing never stops on Apex Racing TV. What do we have coming up next? Well, tomorrow, which is of course Monday, round 5 of the Formula V series is going to be shown live at 7 GMT from Brands Hatch. I'm sure it's going to be a Ukrainian driver trying to get back into the title contention. The next day, same time, same place, 7 GMT, Apex Racing League GT3 Trophy, the Pro Trophy from Laguna Seca. Well, we don't want to miss that. GT3 action in 60 minutes for the pro drivers. Later that day, or you know, the next day, depending on where you live, Ray Esports Racing League, I think another Ukrainian driver, this time with an American license, will be racing there. Right, Austin, at Circuit of the Americas. Don't want to miss that as well. We have, of course, that championship so unique with MX-5s, Formula Vs and Spec Racers being switched around each time they race. So you don't have
2 races a night.
Exactly. So you have 2 out of 3, which, as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So. And
they're going to be from Circuit of the Americas, the national layout. So they're going to be using the track cut in half, and that's going to be a great layout to watch some cool racing from.
I remember when we did that with the skip in the official series, it was almost a jump, so we will see. In the evening of the 7th of September, of the 9th of September, my apologies, 7 GMT, the Truck Series is back from Kansas. Don't want to miss that. And of course, as we were saying earlier, the next day, Friday the 10th of September, Super Trucks from Long Beach season finale. The 11th of September, the penultimate round of the Academy Series will be from Spa-Francorchamps for the F3s, 7 GMT, you guessed it. And then Sunday we have the Wave Italy Apex Racing GT Championship from Suzuka, 7 GMT, 7:55 GMT, the V runoffs at Indy Road for the Spec Racer for the traditional big grid event. And of course another big grid event is going to be, of course, the iGPFun one. We will give you more details of that later down the road as per usual. But Austin, another season goes in the books. What can we say about this incredible series that never fails to deliver? One thing I want to say is that next season is going to be important to have someone to step up. Not easy, of course, to do it in only 2 weeks' time, but Thiago Marteau has been as dominant as I've ever seen a driver in this series since we started broadcasting. It's a big message to the opponents. Of course, we don't know if Thiago will be back. At certain point, you almost, even in sim racing, feel like you have to, quote-unquote, graduate from a series and maybe try to go for the next year for the Dallara Pro Series, or maybe look at IndyCar, or, another series we do on Saturdays, the 3.5, where I think he would fare fantastically. But certainly, the fight behind him is so tight. It reminds me of the era where Schumacher would dominate with Ferrari, but behind them you had Renault, McLaren, Williams, all fighting. Sometimes BAR, all fighting for the rest of the. And the saying was always, if there wasn't Ferrari, this would be a very exciting championship. Well, the championship is exciting regardless, because we have so many good drivers, balanced drivers. Do you think we'll have someone challenge for the throne should QT Marteau come back for the next season?
I believe somebody might come up and take the reins. There are always people just lurking in the dark for these events. Like, they've always been there. They just are waiting for the right time to sign up. So if you're interested in running in the iGPFun Formula 3 series, there is information in the iRacing forums in the Formula 3 section on how to get into this wonderful, wonderful league and, challenge for the title. Some of the best Formula 3 drivers are here in the iRacing iGPFun-F3 series, presented by Virtual Racing School. And, it's that time of the year where we have to end out a season.
Yes, but as we were saying, worst case scenario, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. And if we have the special event on Sunday, well, it's basically like it's not even going to be any kind of pause for this series.
It's not going to be a change, but it's going to include a lot more national pride.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, either way, iGPFun branded action should be back very soon. Once again, massive thanks to everyone who has followed us, comments in the chat, interacted with us, taught us how to pronounce names. Unfortunately, we weren't perfect every time, but we tried our best. And once again, a massive thumbs up to the organizers, the drivers that I will be watching again. I should shut up because the moment we stop, the earlier they can. It takes a few minutes for the VOD to become available. So the earlier we finish, the earlier they can start their watch party after the race. So without any further ado, I will leave the microphone to Austin to send us into Season 4.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this season of the iGPFun Formula 3 series here at Silverstone. I've been joined by Marco Barbanera. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night.